Glenn Parker, thank you very much for joining me. I wanted to do an introduction video as to why life coaching, why business coaching, why spiritual coaching, why would I choose to have a guide for the things that I do in my lifetime when I seem to be doing quite well, or even if I don't seem to be doing quite well. That becomes very self-evident that you would need some assistance. But why would I need to talk to someone to give me some guidance or to steer me in a direction that might be beneficial to me, at least let me make those types of judgments? Effectively, in the personality and the ego construct, you've put challenges there, things have been built up on repetitive types of behaviors over time, and having an outside point of view, someone who has a lot of life experience, who has gone through some great difficulty, who has seen a lot of different business models and has a lot of life experience. If you have those types of conversations, you have someone, just like you would talk to your best friend, or you would talk to your wife, or you would talk to your boss, for instance, you're going to have different conversations with all those different people. You're going to have a conversation with a wife, spouse, or partner that says, hey, what do you think about buying this type of thing? What do you think about moving to this different type of location? And they're going to have biases based upon a number of different things as well. A non-biased point of view to be able to go back and critically say, hey, I don't have any emotional attachment to you, and you're hiring me to go through and critically look at all of your types of things that you're examining, whether it is a new location, whether it is a relationship, whether it is a business decision, or types of spiritual types of things that you might want to attach yourself to. You can ask an independent person and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking, what do you think? And I can give you feedback unbiasedly, because I'm not worried about, you sleeping with me or anything to that degree. When you're having these other fettered conversations, you're filtering out a lot of information to a boss, to a wife, to friends, because there's information in there you might not want them to know, or you can have a private conversation with me, and I can give you feedback based on my life experiences and all the things that I've done, all the businesses I've seen, all the people that I've experienced in my lifetime, all the diverse types of situations that I've had, and I've had quite a number of them, and give you feedback based upon that. And that is extraordinarily useful, to have an outside point of view that isn't coming from a biased type of situation. And that really is the most critical part of coaching and guidance, whether it is business, whether it is life, or whether it is spiritual, because I think those are all one thing. If you're self-employed, your business and your spiritual progress and your life progress are unified. If you're working, you're working to get money to forward your life and to forward your spiritual progress. Those are all one thing. And when you look at them as one thing holistically, and you approach them as such, it's a lot easier to integrate more things into your life that would be fun to do, and to go into a direction in your life of something that can support you, that is fun for you. Basically, financing, having your business finance your lifestyle. And this has been said by Timothy Ferris and many others, and I think it is critically true, to basically have a business that funds your lifestyle. And YouTubers are an excellent example of that. Kickstarter is an excellent example of that. I'll give you, for instance, on YouTube, there are YouTubers that are comedians, there are YouTubers that are just, messing about and doing pranks or whatnot, that are making tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars, even millions of dollars. There's a couple comedians on YouTube that kind of started on YouTube that have even hired other people that are not doing it anymore, that have multi-million-dollar YouTube channels. There's actually one channel, I forgot the type of channel that it is, but Disney just bought it within the last couple of years for $450 million, and it had a parameter on it that you could have another, it was 500 million, then had another 450 million, depending on how the channel did within a year, that they would get a bonus. And that's just an idea of someone's excitement expanding, where you can go into a direction where you can do things that are joyful for you and you can actually benefit from them. And that is really the idea. Kickstarter, as a last example, Exploding Kittens, which was just in the last couple months, closed out, I think, at the end of March. And they had made $8.7 million. Yes, again, ladies and gentlemen, let's just say that again. $8.7 million in a 30-day span, selling a card game. And it was a unique card game. It was very creative. It could be played with children, and can be played in a very levity type of situation. It could be played by adults, and it can be played dirty and sinister. and any combination thereof. And they literally sold in the late 200,000 to almost 300,000 card decks. And as an idea, and it was the artwork, and it was the concept, and it was the introduction video, and all those things together that made for a really unique type of situation. And that video went viral, and it just went crazy because it was such a unique type of thing. And that's another example of your excitement expanding. And when you consult with people, that you can say, hey, this is what I want to accomplish in my life, and somebody pushes back and says, hey, have you ever thought of going this type of direction? Have you ever thought of doing a Kickstarter campaign, or doing YouTube videos, or starting your own business and doing something that's joyful for you, and then taking steps to that end? And here's some of the things that I've done and helped clients do in the past. So that is why coaching and why guidance effectively is that you're getting a critical eye, and you're also getting somebody to keep an eye on you. If you're not a self-motivated person, or if you're a person that's just so busy, you have children, you have responsibilities, you might be taking care of maybe an elderly person that is a family member, or going through some things that require a lot of tending to. Well, it's nice to have somebody be able to come back and help you with action items, or maybe even offload some of those items to someone who can push back some things that will be useful for you to make critical decisions on. So it really is quite a number of things that coaching comes in for, and it is a checkpoint and balance. Now, Tony Robbins and other people, some of the most successful people in the world, still offer and do coaching. They still hire other coaches to watch themselves and to get advice that are energetically into alignment with the things that they want to accomplish in their lifetime. The top people in the world that make the most money hire people like Tony Robbins and other types of advisors, and they recognize that they know that they are not able to do everything and that they need expert advisors. So basically, you're hiring an expert advisor to be able to go through the things that you feel like sharing, and getting critical feedback on that, and then making a game plan to move forward. Whether that's writing a business plan or a life plan, or making suggestions for things that you can tweak in your lifetime, either nutritionally, or having less of this, or having more of that, or putting this money away in this fashion, or any number of things it could be, or maybe being suggested to go to a financial advisor, or going to an attorney for different types of things. It really is bouncing ideas off someone who is neutral, who isn't going to sit back in judgment, and isn't going to be a part of your life that needs to be in there on a daily basis, that can come back and say, hey, this is what I would do, or this is what I would suggest, or here's the types of things that you could do, here's any number of things, and something that you can vet out with somebody, that you can have that conversation without any reprisal from a loved one or a family member or friends, which is key. Now, thank you very much for watching this. If you do want a session, I will do our sessions for free as a professional courtesy, just to see if we're an energetic match, just see if there's something there for everyone that's involved. Because really, I don't like to take on clients, and I don't take on clients that I don't feel energetically in alignment with, or if I feel that they're just not really involved or excited about the process, if they just want to do it just to edify themselves, to say that they've done it, and they're still being and they're not taking action items seriously, or if they don't want to move forward in their life. Those are usually the clients that I won't take on, or that I'll drop. So that initial conversation is really for both of us, so that either there's no monetary exchange, so there's no expectations on either side. It basically is an hour conversation to see how we energetically fit, and to see if those are the types of things that you would like to do in the future. So again, you can go down below, you can find links to be able to go and get a complimentary session. If you're on my website, there's buttons above that say complimentary sessions that you can go and get, and there should be something very close to here as well. So again, thank you very much for watching. Love and light. This is Glenn Parker. Thank you very much for watching and joining me. I appreciate it.